Hello students, this is Sagarika Mohanty. Welcome to Business Studies classes. Today we will discuss about our new chapter. This is chapter 8 and the topic is small business and enterprises. Let's discuss this chapter. So first we discuss about the concept of entrepreneurship development. Entrepreneurship development is the process of improving skill and knowledge of entrepreneur by providing various training and classroom programs. The main objective of entrepreneurship development is to increase the number of entrepreneurs. The concept of entrepreneur and the word entrepreneur come from the French word and it means entrepreneur, which means to undertake. So here to undertake means the person who undertakes the risk of enterprise is known as entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is the person who is ready to take all the risks regarding to started or establish an enterprises. So here the statement or the definitions regarding the entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship can be defined as a systematic, purposeful and creative activity of identifying a need, mobilizing resources and organizing productions with a view to delivering value of customers, return for investors and profit for the self in accordance with the risks and uncertainties associated with business. So the result of this definition is one is the entrepreneur, so entrepreneur is the person and next term is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the process of creation and the outcome is known as enterprise. So this is the concept of entrepreneur. Next topic is characteristics of entrepreneurship. So first characteristics is systematic activity. As we know that entrepreneurship is a process of creation of an enterprise. So it based on systematic activity. Systematic activity means it based on step-by-step activity or purposeful activity. Next is lawful and purposeful activity. The main aim of entrepreneurship is to conduct lawful business. Next is related to innovation. The entrepreneur involves continuous searching of new ideas. The new ideas may be related to the new concept, new methods of production or maybe new product or new market, etc. And next is organization of production. Organization of production related to the organizing the factors of production. The factors of production are land, labor, capital, technology, etc. Next is risk taking. The essence of entrepreneurship is willingness to assume risk, and the risk may be arising out of the implementation and the process of new ideas. So these are the concepts relating to the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Next topic is need for entrepreneurship. First need is contribution to GDP. Entrepreneurship helpful for generating income and such income contribute to the GDP of our country. GDP stands for gross domestic product. Next need is capital formation. Entrepreneurship is related to investment decision and such decision enhance the productive capacity of the economy which result of capital formation. Next need is generation of employment. Entrepreneurship helpful for providing employment opportunities to the people. The result is to increase the standard of living of the people and also reduce the poverty. Next is generation of business opportunity to others. So the opportunity is two types, that is backward linkage and another is forward linkage. Backward linkage means create the opportunity for the suppliers of input and the opportunities for marketers it is known as forward linkage. Next is increasing spectrum of economic activities. Here there is diversification activities may be possible through the diversification related to the geographical activities, sectoral activities or technological activities which leads to economic development of the country. Next is impact of local communities. Anyone pursue their economic dreams, that means there is no entry barrier in terms of educational qualifications. That means anyone can pursue their economic dream, like women, ST, SC, anyone. So this is all about the need for the entrepreneur. Next is Startup India scheme. It is a flagship initiative of Government of India and the main aim is to prepare a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovations and startups in the country. The objective of a startup scheme is to initiate an entrepreneurial culture and inculcate entrepreneurial values in the society. Next objective is to create awareness among the youth of our country, to support the early phase entrepreneurship development including pre-startup, early post-startup phase and also growth of enterprise. And the last objective is to encourage more dynamic startup which is motivated by educated youth, scientists, technologists consider as entrepreneurship as lucrative, preferred and viable career. What does startup mean? As per notification dated 17th February 2017 issued by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, a startup means number 1, an entity incorporated or registered in India. Number 2, not older than 5 years. Number 3, annual turnover does not exceed ₹25 crore in any preceding year. And the last is working towards innovation, development or commercialization of products, services, process driven by technology or IPR, that is intellectual property rights and patent. Next we discuss about some action points related to Startup India initiative. First is simplification and hand holding. In order to make compliances for startup friendly and flexible, simplifications are announced. Hand holding means providing assistance supports. Next is Startup India Hub. The objective is to create a single point of contact for the entire startup ecosystem and enable knowledge exchange and access to funding. And the next is it also provides legal supports and fast tracking patent examination. Easy exit. This will promote experimentation with new and innovative ideas. And the last is tax exemption. The profit of startup initiatives are exempted for the income tax for a period of 3 years. These are various ways to fund startup. First way is bootstrapping. What is bootstrapping? Bootstrapping means starting a business without external help or capital, or most commonly known as self-financing. Next is crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is raising money from large number of people for common goal. Next is angel investment. Angel investors are individuals with the surplus cash who have keen interest to invest in upcoming startup. Next is venture capital. These are professionally managed funds which are invested in companies that have huge potential. Next is business incubators and accelerators. Incubators is like a parent who nurtures the business, whereas accelerators help to run or take a giant leap in the business. Finance and NFBCS. Microfinance are basically provided those financial services who have not qualified for bank loan, and NFBC, that is non-financial banking corporations. These are also provided financial services without meeting legal requirement of a bank. Intellectual property rights. In short, we call this IPR. Intellectual property refers to the general term for the assignment of property rights through patents, copyrights and trademarks. Intellectual property refers to the product of human mind, or we can say that it refers to the creation of the human mind like inventions, literary and artistic work, symbols, names, images and designs used in business. The intellectual property can be categorized into two major categories. One is industrial property and another is copyrights. Industrial property includes inventions, that is also known as patents, trademarks, industrial designs and geographical indications. And copyrights includes literary, that is related to novels, poems, plays, films, musical works, etc. And also artistic work, that is drawing, painting, photographs, architectural designs, etc. So these are the concept of intellectual property.